position game and pin the Titans back in their territory.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I'm going to stick with, because you can really only pick two or three guys on this. I'm going to cheat again and just pick a unit. We can't give up any freaking punt returns, right? I know we hadn't given one up. Well, it's been what, 3 weeks or so, but we've had a few like decent run backs that we've been giving up. So I just want to see us, kick the ball through the end of the end zone. Mason on our kickoffs, and then J.K. Scott has been kind of up and down all year. But if we get touchbacks and we're not able to pin him on the 5, as long as we're not returning punts for 30, 40, 50 yards, I think I'll be happy.
Yeah, I would be too. It would be nice to see our special teams have a big day or big a big day on the punt coverage and not allow these 40-yard returns consistently because it seems like they have been. So, all right. Well, what about games to watch this week?
Well, this is where it all gets really exciting because as we know, the Rams lost, the Saints also lost. So the Packers are comfortably in first place. So the Packers currently have a handful of pathways to get to the number one overall seed. The most complicated of those three scenarios is the Packers losing against the Titans, but then beating the Chicago Bears. That's getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. So to avoid that more complicated, more nerve-wracking scenario, the biggest game to watch this week is A, Packers, right? Let's beat the Titans. That gets us one step closer. But then B, the Rams and Seahawks. The As long as the Rams beat the Seahawks, so we're all LA Rams fans this weekend. As long as the Rams beat the Seahawks and the Packers beat the Titans, the Green Bay Packers will be your number one seed, locked in as early as this Sunday night.
That would be amazing to see. Obviously, bittersweet because without fans this year, that would I won't call it a waste of a number one seed because it's never a waste. These guys get to stay home and be with their families and things like that, and not travel and whatever. But yeah, and I really think we can lock up the number one seed, and hopefully we do. But again, not it's a little bit bittersweet because it's not going to be like a regular COVID-free year. But
I hear
obviously
you,
we're gonna
but I was going to
go
say,
ahead.
but I think for the Packers more than any other team, this cold weather climate is going to be a huge aspect, of game plans. For example, especially in late December or early January, late January. I think for us in particular, it's going to favor us more than if any other team were to have this number one seed.
Yeah, and then to piggyback on that a little bit, in Aaron Rodgers' post-game interview, he was talking about the weather, and they asked him how much of an edge that is for Green Bay, and he said, well, if it's like tonight, it's not really an edge at all. It's not bad out here. It's 35 degrees or 30 degrees, and he's like, but if we're talking single digits, it's a huge asset. So it's fun when your California quarterback talks about wanting to play at Lambeau Field in December and January in single digit weather. I loved it. He doesn't shy away from that at all. He wants it. Other teams I think dread it. So I loved hearing that. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I love that too. Before we get off this number one seed scenarios, I will say that even if we lose this weekend and the Seahawks beat the Rams, everything basically happens and works against us. We still are in our own driver's seat and in control of our own destiny for getting that number one overall seed. All we need to do is beat the Chicago Bears, and we will have a better conference record and tied with anyone else in terms of overall record, and that conference record is the first tiebreaker. So as long as we beat the Chicago Bears, assuming this weekend just goes pear shaped on us, we're still sitting in good position.
Okay, good. So let's talk a little bit about our predictions. What's the over under for this game?
Yeah, so the over under is, as we talked about, these are two, you know, middle of the pack defenses with some, higher end scoring offenses. So the line is a little bit higher. The over under is 55.5 points. And the Packers are favorited. They're at home by 3.5 points. So given that we're favorited and there's an over under, Do you think we are going to cover? Do you think the point total is going to go over or under 55.5 points? And what do you think the final score is going to be?
All right, so I have got the Packers winning this game. Pretty close game, 37 to Titans 31. So I'm taking over the 55 and a half, and I think the Packers are going to cover.
I love it. I love it. I'm being a little bit more pessimistic, and we actually brought up the reason why I'm being a little bit more pessimistic. And I should have probably brought this up when we were talking runs, Titans running on us versus throwing on us. The high in Green Bay this Sunday, I believe, is going to be 29 degrees, 30 degrees. And that's their high. And this is, of course, a Sunday night game. If there's any precipitation in that or any wind in that, I do think this is going to be a running game, and I think it's going to lower the score a little bit compared to your predictions. Now, I've been proved wrong many, many times this season, but I do predict a Packers victory, 27 over the Titans to 24 points, which is not quite covering, but it is under the 55.5 points.
Okay, good. I'm a little surprised neither one of us picked the Titans to win this one, even in a close game. But we're both optimistic, and I know we can beat this team. So here's hoping for the best. But otherwise, we'll hope that the Packers take care of business this weekend. We're going to hope that the Rams lose and the Packers have a clear path to the number 1 seed. And with that, thank
Marcus,
you for listening to us. Oh yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, buddy. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa to everyone out there celebrating. Have some fun spending time with your families if you can. Obviously, stay safe, stay COVID-free. Subscribe to us on Spotify, iTunes, and Google. And Chuck, as always, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go! Go Pack, go! Go Pack, go! It's Christmas Day.